welcome back to a brand new video. If you didn't hear, there's actually a twins tome coming out next week. So I'll be making some videos about tips, tricks, some builds, perks, and so forth. Just little guides about different things on the twins. If you do have any suggestions, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. In today's video, I will be covering how to get over pallets and windows. I will be cutting this guide into 3 different sections. You can find the timestamps on the video itself. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. In this first section here, I'm going to try and explain to you how Victor's pounce works in general. Pretty much with Victor's jump, it's like an arch. He has a maximum height, and then he goes over that maximum height and starts to jump down. So shots over like railings, for example, you need to make sure you're far back enough you go over the railing, but not too far back that you won't get enough distance, and not too far forward that you won't go over it at all. And this is also good to know when you're going for pallets and windows, because you can't be too close or too far back. But we'll go into that later on in the other sections. Hopefully these clips have helped you understand exactly how Victor's jumps work. So now you understand how Victor's pounce works with the height. This is very important with windows. Pretty much how I aim on my window shots, I always have my camera aimed up. And I'll tell you why. Because if I just charge the pounce up and don't aim up at all, I have to be a lot further away. You can see in these clips here, when you're fully charged up, you don't have to be too far away from the window. And it's a lot easier to move Victor with either your controller or with WASD than to manually aim your camera up or down. So I always charge up my camera and then move Victor to where I need to be to get the shot. You can hit over windows with your camera not fully charged up. You just gotta make sure you're close enough. But in chases where you do not have a lot of time, it's a lot better just to automatically aim up and then move Victor to where you need to be. The thing with windows as well, you don't always have to go completely over it to hit a survivor. You can hit them as they're vaulting the window too. You just need to make sure you have Victor in the right position so that he is far back enough to get over it if you can't hit them as they're vaulting it. This is something that will take time, but hopefully in these clips you get an idea of how it works. One last thing, do make sure you aimed at the window, otherwise you will not go over it. You will hit people vaulting it, but you will not go over it if you're aimed too much to the left or the right. With pallets, it's very similar to windows in the way that I have my camera fully aimed up. As mentioned in the windows section, is so that you can move Victor rather than move your camera, as it's a lot easier and quicker than manually moving the camera. With pallets, you want to find the sweet spot where you're just far enough to get over it when your camera is fully aimed up. If you're too close, nothing will happen. If you do want to hit over a pallet with the default angle, you just need to make sure you're far back. But with your camera fully aimed up, you can be a lot closer and pull it off a lot quicker. Most survivors will run away as soon as they pull the pallet down, so you have to be fast. Here is the position from Victor's point of view. You can easily get over pallets without being on the sweet spot. That is just the closest you can be to get over it in the quickest amount of time. Here's some examples from Victor going over pallets far away. Similar to windows, he can hit you as you vault the pallet. If you're not confident hitting somebody over the pallet, you can always jump on top of it and slide down just before you're about to die. Once you're confident with the sweet spot, you can pull off stuff like this, where you anticipate when a survivor is about to pull the pallet down and aim up before they pull it down and immediately hit them. The last thing I'm going to go over is pallets that are on a raised bit of ground, because pallets aren't always consistent. Like on the bus here, you can't just aim up or aim normally. You need to make sure your camera is far down and move Victor appropriately to hit them. And that pretty much covers everything. I really hope this guide helps. Please let me know what other stuff you would like me to cover in the comments down below. If you did enjoy, remember to like the video, it helps me out. And do remember to subscribe if you do want to see more twins content. And as always, happy pouncing!